Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I am prepping for a reveal, if that makes any sense to you. I have the Let's Resin picture frame molds out today because I am literally prepping for January 3rd's Amazon Live today. I know you're seeing it a week later. If you didn't see that live, you may be able to see it. I'll put the link in the description. You only have 7 days after the actual live. But I know a lot of you have devices that don't support the Amazon Live and you are not able to see it. So I thought this month, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my preps, my reveals on camera so you can see the whole process. So on an Amazon Live, I will do a project, many projects usually. And then because I don't have time for it to cure, I have a reveal already waiting for you so you can see the finished project. So today I'm going to show, well, on January 3rd, which is a week ago, I know it gets confusing in my head too. I'm going to show you different ways to use these instead of using them just as picture frames. So these are the picture frame molds, but because I didn't want to put a whole bunch of pictures in them, I wanted to give you guys some ideas. We're going to do it probably 4 ways. This is going to be a long one. One of them, I am prepping special and using it as a picture frame. A lot of you know Barbara's name. She's my admin, bot moderator on all kinds of places. And she does my moderation on my Amazon Lives, on my normal lives, on my channel. And I always give her a gift for it. This time I'm going to make her, she usually always chooses one of my things anyway, which is perfect. But I'm going to make her one and she doesn't know it until that day. This will be the reveal for her and she won't know it until I actually do the reveal. Now she can watch it being made. So she sent me some pictures from Christmas and I grabbed one that I liked. It is so cute. That's Gus, there's Barbara, there's Phil and Dominic in front of the Christmas tree, all dressed the same. I thought that was adorable. What I'm going to do with this one, I almost put it in this, I've like changed my mind 4 times in 10 minutes because I'm doing 4 different things and I need to do one at a time because in my head I'm so lost on what has to be done at what stage, because on Amazon I need things done sometimes mid-stage, and this is one of those days where I need to pour one, have one mid-stage, and have one to reveal. So I kind of need 3. I have 2 of each mold that they sent by accident, which actually worked out for me. So we will be using all of these today. But like I said, we're going to do one at a time so I don't get confused. This one is going to be the picture frame, even though it's kind of small. I want some wording around here. This one I'm going to do as a beach scene because why not? Why not have a beach scene on display? So that one's not going to be a picture frame. The other 2, I have some other ideas. We'll get to those in the very near future of this video, so you will see them. I pulled out this box that Sue brought over, Michelle's Beach in a Box. All these things that she had prepared for me. So we are going to do a beach scene with a lot of this stuff, and this one was a lot deeper. Let me move this back out of the way. So the heart is a much deeper cavity than this one. This one is extremely thin and it's perfect just to lay a picture in. It's going to be very thin, and then you have the base. So this is the base part. Here is the notch that this will sit into to stand up. And yeah, so there's the notch right there. You're going to lean that in there. This is the base for this one. So we're going to make sure that that goes beachy. So I'm going to move. I've already spray sealed this picture. I printed it on vinyl. So it's basically a sticker right now. It's a vinyl sticker paper. Printed it on my printer. Spray sealed it with clear spray seal. Any spray seal you want. I just got one from Lowe's. I will link the one I have in the description box. I did 2 coats, so it is sealed and the edges should be good. So I'm just going to move that out of the way. That one, I'm still thinking of the background. I'm thinking grays and whites because I think that's what her house is in. Plus, that's the color they're wearing. This one is much easier for me, even though it's a beach scene and it shouldn't be, but I just want everything perfect. So I'm going to move some stuff out of the way, figure out colors, and then we'll get some resin.
Brushes in hand and the world is is my stage.
I mixed up Fast Cure this time, so I'm going to be using a combination of different resins for this. So I'm going to use Fast Cure, I'm going to be using Tabletop, and probably their regular 1-to-1 epoxy. This is 1-to-1 too, but it's very thick. So I'm going to do her favorite colors, which is the crystal white, and I'm going to ribbon, hopefully. It doesn't always work the way I want it to, marbling. Yeah, we're going to try it anyway. So I'm going to put some white for the biggest part of the resin. I'm going to do the back and the stand. This is crystal white, and this is the Rolio pearl white. I'm going to put them together because she loves that combination. And just make a tiny little bit of the gray. And this is the closest that I had to the pajamas that they were wearing. So this is Rolio's Dolphin Gray. I've got a lot of grays. And this is the one that was the closest. So I'm just going to make a little bit of that because we don't need too much. I'm going to try my hardest not to have a ton of extras today. I just don't have room on my table. Okay, I'm just going to dissolve this. I got my stuff flying over here. The ceiling fan is on. I'm going to dissolve my mica powder in a little bit of 99% alcohol before I mix it into there. Let's just get this all dissolved up. Easy peasy. And then we'll mix up our colors, get it through the vacuum chamber. And then we got to let it cure before we go on to the next step, clearly. And then we'll start the beach scene. They all have a lot of steps, and it's kind of difficult to do that. That's why I need multiple stages for the Amazon Live. It's just kind of hard to do when you're live and you can't cure anything. This shouldn't take too long. It's, like I said, the 4-hour fast cure. I'm going to let it sit for a while all by itself, and then I'll probably turn my heat mat on to speed it up so we can get all... Actually, I'm only doing 3, not 4, because I have other projects I need to do on the live, so I will not have time to do 2 of them. I want 2 full reveals, and then I will be making 1 more. So I'm going to pick between the heart and the square. I think I'm going to do the square one. Rectangular, I should say. So all I need to do on that one is get it to the middle stage today, and then the rest will be finished on that live. So hopefully you guys were able to get in there to see it. If not, I may be able to show you after that, but that's like 2 weeks from now. All right, I am going to put these 2 through the vacuum chamber. I better split that white up. Probably don't need that much gray either, but that's all right. I don't want to not have it. I did measure it with water. That's where I came up with 7 ounces. And we'll see how much I actually use. Let me put some of that white into another cup, just so we can get it debubbled a little bit quicker. Whoops. Making a mess. I hope I have enough room for everything on my tray today.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright, rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky.
Let's just hope and pray that I can get this marbling right. Gosh. Okay, so I don't want much. And it's the top that I'm concerned about more than anything today. Usually, you know what I'm going to do today? Take that and just kind of give it a little twist. And I just need the slightest bit covered in here. I do want some gray. I do want enough space where I can put the picture on top and still cover it with resin. So I'm just going to move this to the edges. And that should be enough there. I definitely need to leave some space. That's good. If you don't like your lines, move them. I want some of this darker gray in here, because that's where the picture is going to go right there. So I definitely want a little bit of gray. All right, let's do the base. Spritz that. It's very thick resin. Oops. I don't know which way is up. I think the side we're seeing right now going in is going to be up. Yeah, so that's going to be our top. Hopefully this comes out okay for the top. This is our top and the bottom is our top. If you get what you'll know when I demold what I'm talking about. And you do have to go over that little ledge because that's what's going to hold your frame in. This should fill it all the way up, I hope. If not, I'm going to have to do a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to need more. Because I didn't, well, I guess I could use all my gray. Since that's the back, it really won't make a difference. Still not going to be enough though. Shoot. Make up 8 ounces if you do this. So what I'll do when I mix the next amount, I will do an extra ounce for that. Shoot. I thought for sure I had enough. But again, I measured with water. Water is always less than the actual resin. Hopefully the other side of this is okay. I know this side will be fine, but hopefully we're going to be good. Let me see. Hopefully I don't drop this in there. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. I barely need anything. I just need like 1 ounce. All right. I'm just trying to keep this straight in my head for the next one. Let me grab some more resin. Instead of doing the beach scene next, I'm going to do the one I'm prepping for the live that's only going to get half done. So I'm going to do this one, and it's going to be an inspirational one with dried flowers. So what I need to do is get my first layer and my base finished and put my flowers in, and I will put this in on the live. So this is the inspirational saying or scripture that I'm going to be using. But I'm not going to put that on until we get to the live. But I will be putting flowers in here today. So let me just put this little sticker away so I don't lose it. What I'm going to do is split this actually. I need about 3 ounces. I'm not going to put any clear on that one. I decided I'm going to just top coat the back when I top coat the top. And it'll be fine. I'm going to do crushed crystal. Let me move this so I don't get it everywhere. In the whole thing, but I want the base clear and I want the background just a light blue. Oh, look at, there's something in there. What is that? Something blue. So I'm going to just get a little crushed crystal throughout the whole thing, because I don't mind that in the background of the blue. So my plan is to have a clear base, so the base is not the focus of the piece, and then make a blue background for the flowers and place the flowers in. This is again the 4-hour fast cure, and I'm gonna do, let's do most of it for the blue, and I'll leave like 3 for the clear. Well, 2.5. Let me put a little more in. I can always add this to the blue. I just can't get the blue out. I don't know how much I need just for that base. I'm just guessing 3 ounces. So that'll stay like that. It can get kind of confusing when you're doing multiple projects at this certain stages. Every time I do a live, I have to sit, think, make notes, so I have the right thing going on here. I'm just going to mix this up. It's going to be sparkling blue, really light. I don't want it dark. That looks really good. That's perfect. I'm going to run it through the vacuum chamber and then we'll pour. I'm just going to go ahead and pour this one, move it out of the way, let it start setting up before we place the flowers in it. So I want it kind of tacky. So I'm just going to start on the beach one while we wait for this to get tacky. This is the base. I'm just going to fill the whole thing up. I'm going to go eye level so I can see what I'm doing here. Just almost perfect. I only needed 2.5 ounces, what I originally had. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest of this into here. It will all mix together. Even if I mixed it and created bubbles, you really are not going to see them, because that crushed crystal that I put in there really hides bubbles really good. And I'm just going to pour it in. That's all really for right now. Don't really even need to stir it, but I will. Just going to spritz those so those edges don't create bubbles. If there are some, we can use a dotting tool to get them out. I'm going to go ahead and pour it all in, as long as we have enough for a top coat, which we still do. So that was 7 ounces total for the whole thing. And then I'll probably need another 4 or 5 to fill it up. I guess we're going to find out on the beach one, since it's the same molds. I'm just going to spritz those surface bubbles. And this is way too watery right now to put the flowers in. I want them to kind of stick to the surface. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. I'm going to pick some colors for my water. Like I said, I do not have this planned out. I'm kind of going as I go. I dropped a piece of plastic in this one over here, so I had to re-swirl it, but thank God that's the back. So there's that too. All right, let me grab some more resin. I mixed up 8 ounces of the regular epoxy because I need the 40-minute work time, because I really don't have the plan because of the depth of this. So Sue went through so much work to put this box together for me. She took Inglewood Beach sand, which is basically shell and sand, and she sifted it to get all different cuts. And there's even 2 smaller cuts from this. So gosh, do I appreciate all that work. I mean, I know how much work that is. So I am so grateful that she did that and gave me this huge box. What I want to do, I think, I've already put crushed crystal in my resin. I did not put it through the vacuum chamber. I wanted to kind of go from largest to smallest and put the resin in here. And then do my waves. I don't know what the best way to do this is, because I have not done it before. So this is the largest cut that we have. I'm just draining that in there. Then we have a medium cut here. I'm going to need more in there, but I just want to be able to add some resin. Because you know, when you're in the beach, in the water, there's always sand under your feet. It's not like just water. There's always a base. And that's what I'm trying to go for a little bit here, I think. I don't know. We're going to try it, see what happens. And I'm not sure, but I'm thinking I might just fill it halfway and put some kind of a saying on it. I don't know. I'll have to see what it looks like before I make that decision. So I think what I'm going to do, I did not remove the bubbles. Like I said, I'm going to pour in the resin because I want mostly shell. I don't want a whole bunch of resin floating here. And whatever's left is what I will use for the blue, 2 blues. I chose the regular blue color from Let's Resin and then the aqua color, which is a little bit lighter for my colors. Oh, I don't want my shells in there. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, but I would like to get them out. And then I'm going to pour over this. Kind of mix them up in here so it goes to the bottom, but not like moving my shells. Just to get it in there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I thought this would be an easier way to do it than to guess on how much sand I needed, or shell I needed, I should say, not sand. You could do this with sand too. It would look really pretty. Just kind of mix it in there. Make sure it's coated. I don't want sand coming off when we demold. And then when we go over it, because that's going to fall anyway because it's so heavy. That one's a little too big for there. Let me get that one out of there. Move you back to your location, which is down here. And I think it's coated good. And I think as it sits here with the blues on the top, that it'll be fine. Let me just fill this up. This is our base again, what the whole piece will be sitting on. There's probably enough resin in here, but this is the back I'm looking at. This is the part that will be on the table or whatever it's sitting on. So you do want to make sure it has a flat surface and you don't have shells sticking out of it. You could always put cork on the bottom too. But I don't want a huge layer of clear resin right there. I'm gonna do, let me just do some of this smaller stuff on the back of that to soak up some of that resin, and then I'll put my final layer of resin on there. Just get that poured in, and then I will mix my blues, get them in the vacuum chamber, and we'll pour that. I'm not sure if I want to do white in there. I might mix a little bit and just put it in. I'm not going to like blow out waves or anything in this. Just a little bit more. Kind of winging it here. I didn't know what to expect with such a deep mold. Okay, that's good. Let's get this off so we don't have a bunch of scrapings to do. That looks good. What I want to do, well, I'll do it while that's in the vacuum chamber. I do want to put some other things in there. Let me just get this off my table so I have room. I can't thank you enough, Sue. This is amazing. This box is simply amazing. She gave me some things, And I'm going to put some of them in here. Let me just grab some of these shells over here. And I'm just going to layer them. Well, some of these. I don't know. I don't have a ton of room. Oh, I need to, before I do that, I need to get my blues going. So let me split this. I need a little bit of clear. And then a little bit of each blue. I will get those in the vacuum chamber, so you'll have to excuse the noise. So this one is the regular blue that was in that one over there that we just did. Waiting for that to get tacky. This will be our darker blue. Aqua will be our lighter blue. Which I'm going to try to keep it fairly light. Crushed crystal in there for that beautiful glistening effect. Going to need more than that. That was the aqua. So we're going to go from clear to the aqua to the regular blue. I don't even know if you need a vacuum chamber, but we're going to do it anyway. I don't mind it taking more time because I do want it a little bit thicker. That'll be good. I think that'll be great. Let me get these over in there, and then we'll place some shell. All right, it's in the vacuum chamber, so sorry for the noise. Look at all these shark's teeth she found. She gave me so many. I'm just going to try to find my tweezers here. Pick through them. This one's a good one. Front and center, right there. We'll do this one here. Whoops. There. I don't want to use too many. I like to make sure I have some. I still have a bunch from my neighbors I haven't used yet, but I just want to place some of these beautiful shells she gave me here and there, so it's not just, you know, the crushed shell everywhere. Let's get some of these in here. Maybe a pearl. I could find a pearl. I've got some pearls in my stash. Maybe we'll do these at the base where the chunky stuff is. I don't want to hide my shark's teeth, and what is the point in keeping them in there? We've got some of these. Which are very pretty. Iridescent-y. Might not see them. Let me find my pearls. I have them somewhere in this drawer, I think. I had to go find them, so I did find them. They were in my other area here. I'm just gonna grab a couple. Put a couple pearls in there. Maybe a starfish I have. Right there. What else can I do? Maybe one of these. These are I'm almost out of these. I don't want them too... Oh, I don't want it by my shark's tooth. Okay, that's good. That should be good. All right, what I'm going to do is try to pour my colors in the spots that I want them. I didn't mix up any white. Hang on, I forgot about my white. I don't know if I want white, but I'll mix up just the tiniest bits, just enough to like, I better use alcohol ink for my white and not pigment paste. Let me see what I have. Here's some liquid something. Is it open? Yeah. I was going to use pigment paste, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that's the best idea. I don't even know if I'm going to use this because I don't know. I'm so indecisive today. I think I'm going to start, and this could totally bomb on me. Start up here. Get this here. I'll pour the clear in last. And it'll kind of push it back up. Look, that stuff is floating. Let me try some clear. You need to go under. And you need to go under. And let's try some clear down here and just kind of push those colors right back up. And if I have to, I will move all my stuff back into place. Then I'm going to combine my colors a little bit, just kind of, and my stuff is all floating away. It'll all fit. I don't need much of a coat. If I do put some sort of a Cricut something on there, oh gosh, I don't know which is which. I think this was my blue. The dark one. I barely need any space to coat some words or something. And this is the middle one, and then I will fix everything. It all fit in there, good. The whole thing holds 12. And I mixed up 8, so I'll need 4 more. That needs to go down. I might have to fix these later after it gets a little tackier. I don't know. These pearls are floating. My shells are floating. That can stay there. That's going to float. And I don't want that straight line. So I want to do this just so it looks like a gradient line. I'm going to spritz it with alcohol here. What is this? Oh, this is like a little bead. That's going to float forever. That's going to float. Come on, you guys, stay down. I think I'm just going to keep watching it and pushing it down until it won't come back up anymore. Or maybe bury it. I don't want to bury it though. To hold it down, that's moving my sand on the bottom then. I don't know. I'm going to have to keep moving some of this stuff. What is that? And it'll be under that other layer, so it's not going to be like floating or anything out of my resin. This little guy is going to give me a problem. All right. Do I want white? I don't think I want the white. I don't think I want the white. I'm not going to do the white. I just want to mixture this line right here. You need to go right there. Cool. I'm happy with that. Are you guys happy with that? I'm happy with that. I'm going to move that out of the way. Let me check the tackiness of this one over here and see if we're ready for flowers. Nope, not yet. Needs a little more time. They're just going to like float all over the place. So as soon as that one's ready, then I will come back and we'll mess around with that one. I didn't time it or anything, but it's probably been an hour and a half since I poured it. It's pretty tacky. As you can see, it's very stringy. I'm still fighting with this little starfish back here, so I did move them back. He keeps floating, so I'm still going to continue pushing him down. I contemplated removing it, but I didn't. So I think what I'm going to do is just break some of these off and just place them wherever. No rhyme or reason. Just, I don't know, a nice backdrop, I guess, for that scripture. So I'll probably like not talk much because I'm always trying to concentrate here. I don't know how to do this. I just kind of go with the flow. And that, where did it go? I won't be putting this in today, but I just want it here so I could see where I'm gonna, I think I'm just gonna stick to the outer edge. So maybe I will put baby's breath all the way around the outer edge and then add some regular flowers over them. I don't know. Usually things come out decent, but I don't really have a plan when I'm doing this. So this way it's nice and tacky. It's not falling through my resin or anything. Kind of like I want my starfish to just fall through the resin, but he is floating and floating. Messing around with him all day. Oops. Let me just get these things. I sprayed alcohol over here by accident, and it kind of gave that mica powder a cool looking effect for Barbara's thing. So I'm going to leave it like that. I mean, there's nothing I could do about it now, except re-pour it, which I don't think it needs to be re-poured. It looks kind of cool. This is pretty. I don't know. I kind of like it. And then what I'm going to do on the live, or today, first off, before I do the live, I will be putting a top coat, just a thin layer of this clear resin when this cures. That way I have a nice flat surface for the sticker to go onto. Then that day I can just place the sticker and pour my top coat over it. This looks kind of cool. I didn't want it to get too far because then we have another problem. I don't know, maybe I should just leave it at this. I don't know if I should add anything. That's kind of pretty. Okay, so we need stuff over there. Should I? Oh, I almost dropped it. I don't know if I should add anything or just leave baby's breath. I kind of like the baby's breath. Maybe I'll add these little things here and there to it. I have a few white ones. I think I have one more in this package. But I kind of like the simplicity of the blue and the white. You know what? I'm sticking with it. I pulled out purple and pink, but I like the white with the blue. So I'm just going to just add more of the white, and that will be it. Kind of fill it in. This way we can still see the blue. I made it blue because basically sky color and flowers would go together. But now that I see it like this, I kind of like it. But I think I want to fill the whole thing in, even if we're not going to see it, just so I don't have some weird empty spots. And this is giving me the greenery without adding greenery. Brilliant. Not really, but happy mistake, put it that way. Whoop. So I think I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go around and just keep placing a bunch of baby's breath everywhere. So I guess if you see it from behind, you'll still see all this baby's breath. even though you won't see it. Don't worry, I'm not touching with my fingers. That's so pretty. It's so delicate. I love it. I love it. See a couple more, and then we're going to just let it everything. See this little guy? You probably can't see it, but they keep floating. I'm almost ready to pull them out. It's getting sticky and they're still not staying. Kind of frustrating. Let's see. This one has too many in a bunch. We're going to go like this. I just covered up that pretty little flower. There. Let me get my sticker. I'm just going to do some around these edges. And that is going to be it for this one. I want some of these edges to be filled with flowers. Get in there. There we go. Let's do this down here. Since the edges are definitely going to be seen more than anything, I want to make sure they're full. Don't be afraid to change your plans at the last minute. Sometimes it works out. I'm just trying to get these edges. There we go. Maybe some over here. Nice. I think I'm done. I'll just use these last few. Fill in a few gaps. Well, that was not expected, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I think I'm done. All right, now I'm going to continue fighting with these. And then as soon as everything is cured enough, oh gosh, I got a flower in Barbara's. Shoot.
Oh, what'd you do?
I'm messing it up.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Get my, oh, I don't want the torch. Give me a lighter.
You broke it?
I need that to fall back down. Ouch. Okay, you'll never know. What do you think? How do you like it? Got a lot going on here. This is for the Amazon Live.
What is that?
Don't even try to do what I'm doing in my head. A beach one, an inspirational one, and this one, which has a lot more to add, is going to be Barbara's.
Who's that funny looking girl?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, they're Gus.
So that's what I'm doing. He's not giving me an opinion, so I guess he doesn't like them.
I like them.
All right,
I think they're marvelous.
I'm just fighting with this little thing. All right, I'll be back as soon as they're cured. Everything is cured. It's time for the next step, and it's so funny how I just got a gift from Barbara in the mail, and it says, "Hope you love these. I thought of you when I saw it. Sorry they're late for Christmas." She sent me 2 ornaments. A friend is God's way of making sure we never walk alone. And it's not what we have in life, but who we have in our life that really matters. Thank you for being in mine. Thank you, Barbara. She is always thinking of me, like, all the time. Thank you so much. Let's get to getting her thing finished so she could see it on the reveal. So I have this one. I tried pushing it down. Of course, I walked away when it cured, so it's kind of floating in mid-water, which is fine. This one is half up, half down, so I'm just going to say, you know, somebody tossed it over the side of the boat, and it was just now sinking to get back to the bottom. So that's what I'm going with. I made this little tiny decal. It says Beach Vibes. It's in gold. I just wanted something small. I didn't want to cover, like, the whole surface with, like, something that says life is better at the beach or something like that. Just wanted something like crooked over here. I tried my transfer tape, and because this is a glittery vinyl. Of course, my transfer tape didn't work, but it did work on Barbara's because it was not glittery. So there's that. That's all I needed to do. And I'm just going to set it aside and we're going to top coat it with the tabletop resin this time. Let's get this one done. This one gets a lot more. Move all this stuff so you can see what we're doing. So I was playing around with it, center, like words all over. I think I'm going for it like that. Then I put this heart, will go here. And then I have the Valenti family up here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I need to get the picture in place, and then I have black washi tape that I'm going to go around that in. So let me, like I said, this is just a photograph that was printed on vinyl. Hopefully I will get it straight and enough room for the washi tape. Now the only thing that could go wrong, and I hope it doesn't because there's really no fix for it, is I spray sealed this good enough and it's not going to ruin the photo. There, we got that on. Let me do the washi tape. I'm just going to frame it just like a picture without cutting off Dominic's head if possible. Just like that. And then a knife. This is kind of what I do on my tumblers. Edge to edge, and then I'll go down the sides without cutting off Gus's face. There we go. Pretty sure this will match her house. I'm pretty sure it's pretty sleek and modern in these colors. I know she loves pink, but I did not want to do this in pink or purple for her. So this way she could set it out in her living room or somewhere, wherever she wants to put it, in her TV room. It was so much fun spending a few days with them while we were in Colorado. And now it's her turn to come to Florida when Dominic is on spring break, I think, hopefully, if she could do some videos with me. There we go. Not too bad. If it's not perfect, sorry, Barbara. What do I say? It's handmade, not perfect, or something like that. Made with love, not with perfection. That's what I'm sticking with. That's going to get me out of doghouse every time. All right, let's try to get this situated right there. And this is not glittery, so it did stick to my transfer tape pretty well. Nice, I hope she likes it. All right, so we're just going to cover this, the thinnest little bit. This I'll finish filling up, even though it probably doesn't really need it. You know what? It doesn't really need it. I'm just going to trim those edges off. That's nice and solid. You could see the marbling through here. It's darker on the bottom, but that's okay. The marbling back there doesn't look too horrible. But I kind of like this side. It's got a really cool texture from that last squirt of alcohol. And this one, I'm just going to cover the surface, and the rest gets done on the Amazon Live. So we'll put the sticker on there, cover it up, and that'll be that. So let me grab, I'm going to do about 8 ounces of the tabletop. I added crushed crystal, ran it through the vacuum chamber, got most of the bubbles out. So I'm just going to coat this one, just a thin layer, just enough to cover those flowers, to give me a nice flat surface to put that sticker on in the live coming up, which is already passed for you. So if you didn't see it and you want to see it finished, I would say try to get into that link. Let me find a stick. What did I do with it? Oh, I guess I put it away. Let me just grab something here. Just the thinnest little coat. Get all those flowers covered so nothing's hindering my sticker here. And if you need to pop bubbles, you can use a lighter or a heat gun would work. That looks great. That is perfect. I'm excited to see that one done. Unfortunately, I can't do it with you today. Oh, there's one little bubble right there. One flower sticking up, actually. Okay, let's see. Let's do this one. No, I need to do this one. I'm going to just pray to God this picture works out, that I sealed it properly. If it doesn't, if it's not sealed properly, you're definitely going to know. It will look like it's wet, put it that way. So you want to make sure your edges are sealed on your pictures as well. Put a little bit more. I might have to mix up more. I'm not quite sure. I wasn't sure how much I was going to need for all of this. Now, a lot of you that use the bubble removers, tabletop resin is not the best in there. If you're going to try it, make sure you split it into a lot of different cups. You don't want it too deep or it will make more bubbles for you. It's a very thick resin, but it cures pretty quickly. And once this starts setting up, I will turn my heat on to make sure it gets done today so I can get this video going. I'm just going to spread it to the edges, and that will seal in this stuff forever. And the picture looks fabulous. I'm not going to do anything else to that, except maybe I'll throw the heat gun on it real quick. Let me grab it. Just pop some surface bubbles. You can't even see bubbles because of the crushed crystal in there. Put this in here. Looks great. Looks perfect. Oh, that one's dripping over into there, so I guess it doesn't matter. If I have extra, I'll probably fill this up, but I don't think I'll have extra. I actually think I'm going to need some more. All right, let's push this out of the way carefully. This one is really domed. And then this one, which I think this is already full. I just need to fill this, which will hide that starfish sticking out a little bit. If I have leftovers, I'll put it in the base for Barbara's. But I do want this nice and domed because this is our front. And the less trimming we have to do on the front, the better. A little bit more, but I want to get this. I should have cleaned that first. It's got a lot of drip marks that have cured already, so I'm going to try to peel these off, or they're going to be stuck in my final coat. I should have done it with tape prior to filling. A little bit that fell in there. Come on. Don't want you in there. Got some over here that cured. I didn't notice all this until it's too late. Well, it's not too late, but try to get it off if you can. All the way around, because you do not want to have to trim just for that and nothing else. A few more pieces here. All right, I'm just going to fill it up now. That should be good. Try not to go over while I'm doming, and I do have some left. Let's see. I'm trying to go, oh, I have a little more room in here. Eye level makes everything different. So I'm just gonna stoop down here and see. Look at all this I could fit in here. That's crazy. So make sure you go eye level, especially when you're doming. because this is fitting quite a lot more than I ever thought. That's crazy. I didn't think it was going to take that much, but it did. How's this one doing back here? Got a little bubble coming up from the washi tape. And I have enough, so I will go ahead and pour this one in here. I think 8 ounces was perfect. Isn't that funny? So it'll have a little bit of a clear bottom to the base, but I don't think you'll really be able to tell. Barbara won't mind. She'll forgive me. I could probably fit the rest in, but I don't want to go crazy here. Yeah, I can fit the rest in there. Let me just go ahead and scrape it into there. And I'm pretty sure that's running over, which is fine. I could trim that pretty easily. I better go eye level again. I don't know how much room I have. Oh, I don't. That's it. That is it. Okay, so I'm just going to scrape this into the heart over here since it doesn't matter. It needs another layer anyway. If you find bubbles, just grab your heat gun or a lighter or something. Don't use a torch, guys. Not on your molds. It will not turn out well. Well, that was perfect. I don't have any extras. I'm just going to watch for some bubbles. I'm going to let it cure by itself without the heat mat for a little bit because the heat mat can tend to mess things up when you have lettering and stuff like that. Got a little piece of hair there. Little bubble. I'm not going to spray it with alcohol because I've domed everything and it's just going to run it over. I can spray this one, but that one's going to get covered later anyway. Everything looks good. So all we need to do is get the comment of the day and then we'll demold. It is time to finish these up. I got some happy mail though. A couple of things which are interesting. Well, this one first is from Sherry Lorang, who does order from me a lot. It says, I hope you enjoy these beautiful rhinestones. I love watching and ordering your beautiful creations from Sherry. Thank you, Sherry. I have this set, but you can never, ever, ever have too much. Actually, no, I don't have this set. Now that I'm looking at it, these have some iridescence to them on the tops. Interesting. Yes, add that to my collection. This one is from Kathy Gordon. Again, she has sent me some happy mail. There are 6 of these. I have never used these before. I'm going to open one. There's 6 different colors. I've got red, black, yellow, like a topaz, green, like an emerald, blue, and the diamond. These are, whoops, rhinestones on a string, basically. If they work out, then you don't have to put them on one by one. But sometimes you still have to do that. Let me see what they look like. I have seen them before, but I've never used them because I'm not sure. I mean, it's great for pieces that are going in a line. Look at that. They are already connected. You just glue them down, kind of like that. You just never know what I'm going to do. Ooh, that looks pretty. I might have to think about that. Thank you, Kathy. And thank you, Sherry, so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Now, let me show you what happened to this. So I let it basically harden up pretty good. Turn the heat mat on for 1 hour. And anytime you have flowers, this is going to happen, which is okay. But if it was the finished piece, it wouldn't have been. So that flower right there made a hole. So I basically dug it out and I'm opening it up. And I'm going to leave it just like that because when I get to the Amazon Live, I'm going to put the decal and fill it up. So it's not going to make that big of a difference. So that one is basically finished for today. Let's do this one. Let's get this out. See how it fits. I did take some resin out of this because I domed it so well that I didn't know if it should be domed. Sometimes when you have things like this on a base, if you dome them, they don't fit. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to take that chance. So I did take some out. I just need a little tiny bit of trimming there, but that looks really nice. All of her sparkle came. It looks marbled. Pretty happy with it. Let's get this one out. Like I said, this one's really thin. And you can't pour the wrong side because the other side has that bracing. And this is going to go, hopefully, in here. Like that. Or does it go the other way? I don't know if it matters. You know what? I think it goes like that. That looks good because it's kind of leaning at an angle. See the angle it's at? So it goes this way. And I'm going to push it right in. That picture came out perfect. Little something on there. You know I'm not done with this stuff, right? Did you think I was just going to finish it like that? No. No, 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 no. We're going to do something to it. I hope you like it, Barbara. I hope you like that picture of yourself now that I'm putting it all over YouTube. Sorry. All right, let's get this one out, and I will see if I'm going to do anything to these two. You know, I can't leave anything alone, but sometimes I really should. That looks nice. Everything's coated in resin perfectly. Nothing sticking out. Love that. Our local beach is now preserved forever. There are so many different things you could do. Don't think that this is just a picture frame because it is so much more than a picture frame. That is so pretty and it fits in just like this. And if you want to make sure it's stabilized, you can always glue it if you want to. What do you think? I love that. I like beach scenes even though I don't put them in my house. I do love them. Beach vibes. All right, give me a few minutes. I'm going to trim. This is the front, which is our back. You can do it either way, upside down or not upside down. I just need to barely knock this off with a nail file. And we'll see what happens to the edges if I need to do anything about that. I will put Resin Restore on there and hopefully you won't see it. I don't know if I'm going to do anything to that edge or not. I very well could, but I don't know if I want to take away from the beach. So give me a couple minutes and I'll be right back.
Michelle's got resin on her apron, coffee ring on the old front desk, hard mold waiting on the workbench, little slice of ocean in a plastic crest, tiny shells lined up in a mason jar, picking out the blues like bits of sky, beachy decal laying on the paper, talking about the Lord while the waves dry, glitz, glit, and grace in this little crafty place, heart-shaped waves in a sunset glow, every pour a prayer only heaven knows, for Barbara, for friends, for love that stays, glitz, glitter, and grace, serving Jesus while she creates. Gray and white mob around the photo, Barbara smiling with her favorite crew, Phil and Dominic and Gus all laughing, family in a frame like the day they grew. She seals that shine with steady fingers, whispers, Lord, make this blessing last, signs her back with a tiny cross, love in the present, faith in the past, glitz, glit, and grace in this little crafty place, heart-shaped waves in a sunset glow, every pour a prayer only heaven knows, for Barbara, for friends, for love that stays, glitz, glitter, and grace, yeah. savior, every shimmer, every line. She's just using what he gave her, turning resin into holy time. Hey, 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 yeah. Glitz, glit, and grace in this little crafty place. Heart-shaped waves and a sunset glow. Every pore a prayer only heaven knows. For Barbara, for friends.
That was pretty simple, guys. I have this entire container I have collected over the past few years. It's got all kinds of edging, pre-sticked. These are the ones I use for Barbara, but these are like pearls with rhinestones. They come in rhinestone sheets. I have like this, all different colors, all different sizes, all different styles. I also have this that was sent to me from Happy Mail, which is gorgeous, and I really wanted to use it. But it didn't go quite the way I wanted it to go. I was going to put it on the beach one, but I thought pearls were a better choice for the beach. And I didn't put anything on the front. I don't want to distract from the beach because there's a lot going on in there. So I did put the pearl and the rhinestones all the way around the edge, and I stopped it right here. I just put it on the base, drew a little line with a Sharpie that I could get off, and stopped the rhinestones there. So when it's in the base, it goes all the way to the bottom. That's all I'm going to do to it. I think it's all it needed, if anything. And then for Barbara's, I just blinged it up. This is I got these at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I think both of them have it, actually. But no, I got it at Hobby Lobby, but I think both have it. It's sticky. It's gorgeous. It looks so rich looking. And I know she loves pink, so I gave her one pink heart. She could peel it off if she doesn't like it. So I did go around here and I cut this one in half because it's a much thinner spot. But what do you think? I think that just dressed it up to the next level. I hope you like it, Barbara. Thank you for everything you do for me. You are a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful friend. I'm so glad we got to meet, and you helped me out so much, so much, so much. You don't even know. So thank you, Barbara. I hope you love your gift. And that's it for today, you guys. I am going to be pouring something else tomorrow that I need to do on my live because I literally just got the mold in. Little bit late, but we could do it. So I'm going to pour that and a couple other things. So make sure you meet me back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'll see you then. Have a blessed day. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle,